if nothing else, and then a few other guys didn't like him. Does the team need that sort of player?
Yeah, in the game in LA, Dow's had a field day with us, and he's having a field day with a lot of teams. He's really dialed in, and anything we could do, it's a lot like playing against Forsberg. You might as well get him where he wants to take your head off and maybe affect some focus. He's such a good player. But we tried to play him hard, like most teams do, and Drake's good that way. And I think it also helps Drake's game. I think when he plays that feisty game, it makes him more effective even offensively. He goes into the reckless areas to help, and I think he's done that the last 2 games. A lot better.
Ken, in the Dallas game, Ben and Sagan have a chance right at the end, and they don't. You get the save. And tonight, your goalie gives up his first bad goal since he got here, but it comes back because it's an offside. Can you talk to me a little bit about sort of the hockey karma? Things are starting to go the right way, and you're starting to get the right breaks?
Yeah, since I've been here, we deserved, I thought, a much better fate in a couple of games and didn't get it, especially the Anaheim game. And even LA, we played so well in LA. But I think also the thing we got to look at right now, Mark, to be honest with you, is we're giving up too many odd man rushes. And that's something that we got to view where that's coming from. Are we overly aggressive? Are our reads proper? But, because we caught a break today. We gave up a breakaway at the end. And, I think just from an awareness standpoint, we got to get more comfortable in these type of games. I mean, again, it's tied going into the third period. That's the Western Conference. You got to take points out of close games. It's a 1-goal league, and it's really a one-goal conference, and we don't want to be the first to crack. And I think towards the end of games, we don't give up much. We didn't give up much in the third period, but the ones we did give up were doozies, and we got to get rid of that.
It was 25, I think, and change for Oscar Klefbom, back-to-back goals that he scored for you guys. What's your sense of this defenseman and maybe what he's capable of? You're using him a tremendous amount.
Well, I think he's capable of a lot more minutes than 25, moving ahead. I think that 25 is probably the floor. I think what he does, he plays with a calmness about him that really, really helps. And I think that he settles it down on exits when we're in trouble. He's able to buy time to get us out. And I think when you play with a calmness, you can play a lot of minutes. And his recovery rate's fantastic. But I think 25 to me is the floor. I think you're going to see him play more and more than that even. And I think, like I said to you before, Ryan, if you don't tax in the first 6 minutes of a period, you're in a pretty good spot from the timeout standpoint for defensemen. It's a long rest. I mean, that 90-second rest just feels like forever. And a lot of guys can recover, and you can double shift guys.
Ken, Alex Chason again with another goal tonight, his 11th of the year. In your opinion, what allows him to be so successful on that top line and especially on the power play?
On the power play, he knows angles. He's got a great stick, but he knows angles. He knows where shots are coming from. And the other part for me is he just goes into the hard areas to score. Prepared to do that. And he does it ahead of time so that he's there before the puck. He's not trying to arrive on the puck. He goes right there, camps out, and waits for stuff to come. And the more and more that line plays together, the more and more that Connor and Leon know that he's there all the time and they can just put pucks into that area and they're going to get scoring chances. The other thing is, by him playing this way, it allows us to have more puck possession. You look at the 3 or 4 shifts in the third period, they just threw it in there, the puck spit out the other side, and we still maintain possession. And that's something that we want to get to, is have way more in-zone time if we can.
Ken, coach's challenges with those offsides, I guess you get a delay of game penalty now if you're wrong. So what made you so sure you were right there? Is it the video coach calling it, or you guys on the bench?
It's on the monitor, and it comes so quick now. Before you used to, ask for a water break or whatever to buy time, but it comes right away right now. And it was 10 seconds, and they said, you got to make the challenge, it's outside. And then even if you looked at the monitor at your feet, you could see it was outside, so easy call today. I mean, I've seen a lot more difficult. And even when it was, even if it would have been closer to the blue line, the offside winger was 3 feet inside the line, so he was way inside the line too, so.
Ken, we've seen obviously Oscar Klefbom's offense get an uptick. Adam Larson, you can at least on the surface see him out there making a lot more rushes. Is there something sort of stylistically or systematically that you've done to unlock more offense out of that top pairing?
Well, quite frankly, I don't think they're near where they should be. And they're better, but they're not near where they should be. They're too far apart for me, which is something we're going to work on the next couple of days. But they're getting better and better at being comfortable running the attack. In other words, getting up in the play, being fourth attackers. They're getting better at that. But in zone stuff, I think we can get a big uptick from those guys because they got great shots. They snap it through. But we got to get them playing more inside the dots, way more inside the dots, so we can get way more activity at the net.